should be questioned.
So let me make it clear, it's not my opinion that you're wrong about this. It's a fucking fact.
Whenever anyone makes a statement, it's not my opinion, it's a fact, that should always be questioned, and especially in this case. There are so many variables that go into, you know, what affects the pregnancy rates, that there's no possible way this can be an objective fact. It can't possibly know all the details. It can't know how every little thing interacts with every other little thing. So that has to be questioned very closely.
The facts have shown that liberal atheist philosophy produces less teen pregnancy than conservative right-wing idiot philosophy, so you fucking lose, sir!
Again, what would facts be in this case? Statistics? Are statistics facts? And he said conservative right-wing idiot philosophy. Again, this is an opinion, you have to think about this stuff yourself. Do you think it's an idiot opinion? That's up to you.
It's 1 to fucking nothing, and you're nothing, bitch. You fucking score 0 points. Let's continue.
Again, this is just demonization and ownage posturing, if you like. Don't let it get to you.
Despite Planned Parenthood education, the ruling governments will fund and encourage the spreading of abortion clinics.
Right, my camcorder's run out of battery, so I'm using my webcam, but again, where's Jerry's evidence? Where's Jerry's rationale?
Teen abortion rate in America is 15 abortions per 1,000 girls. Teen abortion rate in France is 14.2 abortions per 1,000 teenage girls. Netherlands is 7.8 abortions per 1,000 teenage girls. And Germany is 7 abortions per 1,000 teenage girls.
Again, where does TJ get his statistics?
Once again, the flag-waving, Christ-loving American values fucking fail when it comes to the fucking results. You lose yet again.
And again, there's so many variables when it comes to abortion rates. How can you be sure that it specifically has something to do with the right-wing conservative values or religious values or anything like that? You have to consider all the variables. You have to consider everything.
The word marriage will become obsolete because of religious annotations.
Connotations, actually. We're not dissecting a sentence, okay?
Right, so again, where's Jerry's evidence and rationale? And also, TJ picked up Jerry for saying annotations instead of connotations. Even this use of language does serve to demonize Jerry. By the way, I don't consider demonizing people a bad thing. Sometimes it's done intentionally, sometimes it's done unintentionally. It just happens, just be aware of it, that's all I'm saying.
And forever replaced with civil unions, encouraging same-sex couples to engage in promiscuous sexual activity.
Evidence? Rationale? Again?
No! You blew it up! God damn you! You blew it up, you fools! God damn you to hell!
Right, I imagine that's just for entertainment value.
Okay, so the fudge packers are gonna pack fudge. Ooh, how spooky. Gays could have already won civil unions if that's what they wanted. They don't want it to be called civil unions. They want it to be called marriage. Why would they fight to get it called marriage and then change it to civil unions at the end of the fucking day? You know, plenty of countries already allow gay marriage. Canada allows gay marriage, our neighbors to the fucking north, right up there. They seem to be okay. Canada hasn't burned to the fucking ground. Maybe there's a bunch of kinky sex going on in Canada all day long, people fucking in the streets. If that's the case, I gotta get my ass up to Canada. Can someone buy me a fucking bus ticket, please?
Again, check all the claims that TJ makes, especially the one about Canada legalizing gay marriage, and, of course, recognize the entertainment value at the end of it for what it is.
Not only increasing the promiscuity of said preteens and early teens, but possibly causing new pandemics of STDs and various contagious illnesses.
Evidence, rationale.
Man, you just can't get anything right.
More demonization.
Once again, comparing ourselves to the Netherlands, Germany, and France, we have a higher HIV rate. We have a way higher gonorrhea rate. We are the ones with all the sexually transmitted diseases. How come of these 4 places I'm talking about, the only one with a conservative attitude towards sex is the one with the most sexually transmitted diseases? Isn't that puzzling? It's so fucking bizarre, isn't it?
Once again, where did TJ's stats come from? Has he considered all the variables in this situation and recognized the demonization in that puzzling comment?
As moral relativism becomes the way of life, and as time goes on, what goes on as criminal action now becomes commonplace and legal in the future, allowing such heinous acts like pedophilia and rape to become lesser crimes or even non-crime in the future. As the moral standards of the current society changes over time, as the constitutions instituted in their countries constantly change, as the liberal government sees fit.
Still not seeing much in the way of evidence or rationale from Jerry.
We'll have to judge individual situations based on circumstance rather than applying the same moral certitude to everything. Oh no! I hate fairness. Ooh, you fucking whiny bitch.
Demonization and insults on TJ's part again.
People will rape children in the streets! Flesh this out for me a little bit. Explain to me how we go from, hey, how about universal health care? And hey, I don't believe in God, to, let's sodomize that child. How does this happen? Connect the dots for me. Help me out. Show me step by step how exactly this change happens. I think we should provide free housing to the homeless and take under God out of the Pledge of Allegiance. In fact, I don't even think there should be a Pledge of Allegiance. And then 2 years after that, we're sodomizing children. How does this happen?
Exactly, TJ. Jerry still hasn't provided any evidence or rationale to explain any of his claims.
I'm just kind of confused as to how your mind is going from point A here in reality to point Z somewhere out there between Crazyville and psychotic fucktard land.
Demonization, insults.
Expect any type of illegal drugs you want to be freely sold to you at your local convenience store or in a vending machine.
Evidence. Rationale.
Drugs available in stores? That sounds like freedom! Run!
Demonization.
Yeah, and so fucking what? Drugs are available in stores. What happens then? Everyone on Earth becomes a heroin addict at the same time? We got drugs way worse than most of the shit on the black market in the white market right now.
What is worse? How do you define worse? And also, I think it's very important that people do their own research about drugs when it comes to this thing. Especially just to... Because, again, TJ's asserting this worse as a fact. You have to realise that's an opinion as well.
You know, I've been fucked up on a lot of drugs. I've been fucked up on Klonopin. I fucking took LSD once. And I've never been more fucked up than I was on fucking Jack Daniels, which I bought legally. On LSD, I grabbed my friend Jesse's leg and I said, I have to stop his leg from growing. On Jack Daniels, I spent all night crying and pissing myself.
Okay, good. He's provided rationale for his opinion on drugs.
Most of the problems that we have pertaining to drugs in this country happen because drugs are illegal. People steal to get drugs because drugs are expensive because drugs are illegal. People fucking get hooked on drugs because they can't admit they have a problem because drugs are illegal.
Okay, again, analyse TJ's conclusions here. Analyse the connections that TJ is making between these points.
And that's not a liberal value, by the way. That's also a value of the libertarians, who are mostly conservative. They believe, unlike you, in the free market. Apparently you're not a real conservative. You're only a social conservative, which basically makes you a fucking fascist fucktard. So, don't call yourself a conservative, because you're not. You don't believe in the free market. You don't believe in freedom. You're not a fucking conservative. You're just a douchebag.
Check the validity of his political statements and also realise his final comment, insult.
Complete silence and abolishment of any religious activity. Anything deemed religious might become a punishable crime, or in the least become practical only within one's own home or jail cell.
Say it with me now, yet again. Evidence and rationale. That's right.
There are plenty of countries on the face of this planet that are both socialist and atheist, and exactly none of them have banned religion.